Welcome back. In this video, we are going to see what is the console input and output statements in C++. Very simple. As you are very familiar with your C things, it's not a big deal. So what happened is we have replaced the printf and scanf with another two kind of statement. Let us see the first one. We have main index x is equal to 10 and C out. This is the only statement we have not studied C++ before, and we call this as C out. We pronounce it as C out. So this is a statement which is equal to your printf statement, and the symbol we use is left shift operator. So what this program is going to do is, which is initialized your x is equal to 10, and we are going to print what is the x value. Very simple one. Let us see another one. So we have two more variables, which is x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 20. We are going to print your x value, and after this you have given another statement called int l, which is same as your /n in your C program, so which is going to insert a new line. So what happened is your output will be printed as two separate lines. So I hope you understood this. Next is insertion operators. So if you look at this programs, we have so many variables. After printing every variable, we have given intel, which will go to the next line and print the next next data. So we are going to get the output like this. And somewhere you can see we have taken even character pointer. I hope you understand this. See, CPTR is a pointer to a character, and we can initialize value to this character pointers. Next is we can cascade the insertion operators. We are talking about this. So if you want, you can put everything in a single line. Look at this. We have two variables. One is x is equal to 10, and second y is 2.2. We are going to print your x value, and we are going to leave. It will go to the next line, and which is going to print y value. Look at this. This is called the cascading of insertion operator. Next, if you want, you can output a constant value using insertion operator, outputting constant values. So C out 10, which will go to next line, which is going to print a string. And look at this 3.4. We are going to output a constant value using insertion operator. So I don't think that is you need more explanation for this. So let us see the next one, which is the console output. Sorry, the console input. What we are seeing is the console output. Now this input. So this is the one which is going to replace your scanf in your C program. And look at this. We have a variable called x, cout, and after this operator, whatever you give in the double quote, which is going to print as it is, like your printf statement. So you'll have a statement like enter a number. If I enter 10 from the keyboard, look at the next statement, C in. So we call it as we pronounce this as C in, and we are going to read x value. So once it has got x from the keyboard, you are going to print this. You entered x from the keyboard. What is my x, which is going to be 10. So this is same as your your scanf statement. So again, they are given another statement using your C statement. If you want, you can cascade. That means in a single line you can read one or two variables. Look at this. We have two variables x comma y. Enter two numbers. We are going to read two numbers using a single statement. We are cascading this. So whatever you read, whatever you enter from the keyboard, the first number is going to be stored at address of x. The second number will be stored at the address of y. So finally we got this output. So this is the extraction operator and insertion operators. Don't get confused. So next is about the variables in C. Very interesting. but nothing to worry about this. So the speciality of C++ is you could declare a variable anywhere inside a function. It is not necessary that it should be declared at the beginning of your program. Look at this statement, very nice and very interesting statement. You could declare anywhere in your program. To take the C program, we have studied like every variable should be declared at the beginning of your program. But in C++, this can be done anywhere. Let us see a small example for this, then we'll have a better idea. So look at this, we have a variable called x. X is initialized to 10. So you're going to print what is the value of x, which is 10. You'll be getting a value of x is equal to, so x will be replaced with x value, which is 10. Look at this statement. I'm talking about this. I've taken a integer pointer and look at the place where I'm declaring this. This is not at the beginning of your program. This is done after your cout statement, and if you take your C program, we cannot do this. Now what I've done is IPTR, what it is a pointer to integer. What does it mean? Which contains an address of integer, and I'm going to store the address of x in this. After this, I'm going to print what is IPTR. Now IPTR is a pointer to x, which is nothing but the IPTR as well as x have the same values. Sorry, IPTR is serving address of x. I'm printing this. Address of x is nothing but IPTR because I given a statement over here. Because IPTR contains address of x. Instead of IPTR, if I print star IPTR, star always indicates value at the address. So IPTR contains some value. In that value, what is the IPTR contains some address. In that address, what is the value? So which is nothing but your x. So this is all about variable declaration. Next is about the reference variables. Again, this is a very interesting topic. Reference variable is is nothing but a reference for an existing variable. We can, as you could see here, says a reference variable is nothing but a reference for an existing variable. Normally this is a syntax for that. You have to write the data type, then you have to give the ampersand, reference variable name and existing variable name. Don't get confused. So this can be converted into this format. So data type is nothing but which can be of any type, integer or character, float, anything. And this ampersand sign you have to give as it is, reference variable name, and what is your original variable, which is x. Now what happens? It says I reference is a reference to x now. So I reference is a reference to x. So this means even though I reference and x are separate entities, their addresses are going to be same. I repeat, if you look at this statement, we have two entities. One is x, other one is I reference. Obviously, they are different entities, but both have the same address. So when they share the address, what happens? If you change the value of x, which will naturally reflect the reference variable. If you change the value of x, which is going to change the value of I reference. So let us see a small program for this. Look at this. We have a variable called x. X is going to be 10. Now I'm going to print what is my x value. X is going to be 10. I just printed here. Look at this output statement. Next, what I do is I'm taking a reference for x. I reference is a reference to x. So how do I do that? How to give the data type ampersand reference variable which is equal to x. For which variable I want to have a reference, I can give like this. Next, what I do is I'm going to change I reference value. So I reference is going to be 20. So next I'm going to print what is my x. So if I change the value of I reference, which is going to reflect the value of x as well. Next I'll increment now let us see what is my x. I'm going to print what is my x now. X is going to be 20 because I have changed the I reference value.